Hi everyone, this is the visual for the self-portrait project. I've made this out of layered paper. I've meticulously cut each object out and I have layered it. The lighthouse here is a thinner piece of like a seafoam green color, and I used graphite pencil for that. So it's up to you how you would like to create your portrait. You do want to use paper for most of it, and then you can draw on different parts of the paper. So based on the list that I created for my rough draft, I did 18 items. The minimum was 10 to tell us about who you are and what you're interested in. So the more the merrier, because then we can learn more about you. And I've made additional small little objects here so that I can add them to the portrait. I am just in the middle of deciding where I'm going to put them, and then I will glue them down. So I highly recommend playing around with different objects and where you want to put them. And surrealism comes into play here because they don't have to be in their natural location. So for example, a cup of coffee would be on a table. Well, is it floating in the water down here? Yes. Does that matter? No, it doesn't. It just makes it more playful and fun. Another thing I wanted to mention is I used surrealism also for my pink moon or sun, however you would like to view that. Instead of using like a yellow or an orange for the sun or the moon, or a white even, I used pink on red background. Instead of using local color is like the sky is blue, the grass is green. And I did that down here, but then I wanted to play with my background and bring in some surrealism with the coloring that I'm going to be using. Another thing I would like to point out is the use of atmospheric perspective. So up here you can see my clouds are large, medium, and small. And I did that on purpose because it creates depth on a flat piece of paper. So this paper is two-dimensional, it's flat. So how do we create depth and make it more interesting, right? So that's one way you can do that, is through creating your objects, finding a focal point, having them kind of all go to one space, large, medium, and small. And so that's just one small sample of how I chose to do that, and how to use atmospheric perspective in this piece of work. I've also kind of made it really fun and interesting down here with little patterns in the water and the grass. That's not super naturalistic. That's not necessarily something you would see in real life, but I just wanted to kind of play around with layering the paper. I'm also going to be using different markers and pens and pencils to add implied textures and pattern to this work. And then I will upload a final visual sample of my self-portrait, and that way you will be able to see the final version, and I cannot wait to see yours. Thank you.